miss me with your love, you can miss me with your boo, you can miss me with the hugs and what I mean to you. You can miss me with your thoughts, you can miss me with your truth, you can miss me with you miss me, all you're missing is a crew. You can miss me with your love, you can miss me with your boo, you can miss me with the hugs and what I mean to you. You can miss me with your thoughts, you can miss me with your truth, you can miss me with you miss me, all you're missing is a crew. You can
What's going on, dope shit gang? It's your boy Darrnell back to another video, and today we're here at ViniiTube again, man. We loving these videos. We got the most legendary superpower fights in anime. Now you know he's probably gonna come across anime I've seen and I haven't seen, but sometimes people just be going there. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this could literally just be filled with a bunch of Dragon Ball Z shit and call it a day, but obviously that's not what's gonna happen. You gotta have a mixture up in there, but we gonna see what stacks up. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, follow me on all that there social media. We ain't here without any further ado. Don't 3 2 1 click. Oh, that's where we fighting the dragon dude. Yeet!
I've done fight videos. You have those hand-to-hand fight videos and those showcases of power videos, but I felt I've neglected something. And indeed, I have. I've yet to do a video to show some of my favorite superpower fights in anime, so that's what we're gonna do today.
Show me.
Watching top superpower fights in anime is a cool thing, but you know what's even cooler? Being able to do so in a browser temperature you're lucky and meant to have as it.
Appreciate you. Definitely respect the response.
Because that's several different. Let's kick things off at full power with Shimazaki.
Oh, gotta have Mob Psycho, hell yeah.
Versus everyone. I've talked about several different Mob Psycho fights in my videos. Well,
wait, is this like the new season shit? I don't know. Hold
Shown
up.
them ones because that's what you guys mostly like.
No, I don't think I've seen this one.
How can I stop ranting and raving about Mob Psycho fights when it features some of the most visually...
I ain't seen that. I gotta peep. They got new stuff out with Mob? Probably do. I just haven't been up to date, but we gotta check that.
Spectacular battles the anime world has given us. I did notice, however, that I've yet to talk about this battle in the series' second season.
Oh, yup. Okay, alright. I have not caught the second season of Mob. I gotta do that. Appreciate that.
Taking on everyone was a treat to watch. Thanks to the breathtaking animation, you really get the feel of the fight and you get to indulge in the impact of it all. It's one thing to passively show you something, but it's another thing to show...
So that's the dude that lost his hair in the first one. Who the hell is running his shit?
Shimazaki's dominance in such a way that you get pulled into it following the action.
Damn. So is this like the antagonist from Mob? Because this motherfucker look like he built different.
If you're up for another showcase of strength, Meliodas versus the Commander.
Oh, he smacked them niggas around. I seen this. He was smacking niggas left and sorry.
Instead of a fight, this could be more of a Meliodas flex montage when he tries to go one-man army against the entire squad. Doesn't matter what the commandments threw at him, he always found a way to persevere through it all.
Mans wasn't even at full power, bro. He did not have his full power. He's like, what was it, half or whatever the hell, this shit was still locked away, man. These niggas was baby food. Yeah, I know they technically got him, but like,
An awesome looking answer at that, with him using the...
That art though, hold on, wait a minute.
Always found a way to persevere through it all. An awesome looking...
You gotta respect the artists. Yeah, at some point, you just got to respect the artists and the work they put into the anime. Respect it. Go on ahead, respect it, we move.
An answer at that, with him using those attacks as a source of strength, smugly taking them all for him to unleash an even more powerful attack that would surely eradicate all of them. I consider this a legendary moment in the series, a fight to remember, not because of how intense it was, but because it more than represents the theme Seven Deadly Sins has with the whack power levels and endurance of its characters. But the flex isn't all there is to it. We all got our hearts ripped out when Estarossa steps in and puts an end to it. What follows is a moment that will be forever remembered as Meliodas outright dies. Yes, even godlike beings fall, and it happening to the main character who had all the momentum on his side not too long ago was all the more shocking.
I'm sorry, still for what he did not having all his power, baby food. If he had all his power when that shit was, it would've been a wrap, Estarossa or not, bro. Let's go.
We move to something recent now and one of the best animated episodes of One Piece.
I don't watch One Piece, so...
With how long One Piece has been going on, it's no surprise that there'd be lots of memorable, even legendary fights involved in the world's creative roulette of superpowers. For this video, I want to take something a bit more modern, and I decided on Kaido and Big Mom versus Luffy, Law, Kid, and Zoro. This insanely animated battle is one of the highlights of this arc. It's one of my favorite Gear 4 moments for Luffy. It's also emblematic of the whole crazy, out-of-this-world gimmicks and styles that One Piece boasts. It's an anime bound by no limits, and you see it with how big of a deal Wano arc has become in terms of production. All of them duked it out, giving their all, showcasing their endurance, tactics, and powers. Yeah, I know this battle is far from over, but watching this scene animated...
Oh damn, they still going at it. I just seen the shit where he was just punching the dragon dude in the face. Like, what was that?
It just increased my expectation for the rest of the fight.
That's cool. Hold up.
Rest of the fight.
That's cool. The drag, that's not even fire. That's like, you know, the sword slashes that constantly be, you know what I'm saying? It's like he doing that with his mouth. Let's go.
FMA's final battle is here, and deservingly so.
Fullmetal Alchemist, hell yeah. Yeah, Father was on demon time on here, bro.
FMA's not particularly the flashy superpower type of show. At least the
it can
alchemy
get there.
And magic isn't the main appeal of it all that brought it such acclaim. But the final showdown with Father does deserve some more love.
It does, but and honestly, like, for as crazy as it was for him, for the final shit that got him was a simple just rock to the face real quick, bro. Like, just nigga said Mac.
Basically starts off demonstrating how powerful Father's become, that no matter how many forces combine to form a united front, no matter how many kinds of powers get thrown at him, it's all just meaningless. How do you beat something like this after all? The physical embodiment of a god standing in front of all these humans desperately fighting for survival. However, we soon see cracks opening up, and it leads to one of the most powerful moments in FMA, the final showdown with Ed.
It's called plot. When they make somebody so strong, they have them out of there too. You know what I'm saying? It's called plot. All right.
The final clash with Ed is something more than a battle. It's a dissection of Father's ideals and representation of his fitting downfall. It's also filled with irony, just like how it's ironic that a fight that features one of the most powerful characters with all the superpowers ends with a good old punch to the chest. It's not...
I thought I got hit in the face, but yeah, all right, yeah, punch to the chest. Let's go.
Not quite the showcase of superpowers that you'll
that's probably the what I was talking about, because yeah, he just got ran with the weak hand too.
This list, further adding to the irony of things in a meta perspective, but it's the best end to an epic final battle that we can have for FMA.
I think Mustang deserved his own anime. I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. I don't even know if Father thought he was punching right here. The nigga hand is gone. What's happening? Like, he all brittle and shit because of the other dude's power thing, but he ain't even got no fist. Like, who was he swinging at? Like, what was he doing?
Here's a movie battle for the next entry. Midoriya and Bakugo.
I have not seen any of them. I hear movies.
This is 9.
But I've seen a lot of clips of this fight, and I know it'll go crazy.
Now, I personally have a lot of positive opinions about the My Hero Academia movies. They're not exactly manga canon, but they find themselves nestled right in between arcs, making some seamless transitions.
Right between arcs. I heard somebody told me that they were canon. I don't know.
Into actual canon material. Anyway, I love the first movie, but I think the second movie, Heroes Rising, isn't talked about as much as it should be. Or maybe...
Stop grabbing people by their face! It's so disrespectful. Leave their face like Mob when he grabbed dude by his face. As I said before, Ichigo grabbed Aizen by their face. just when you grab people by their face, it's like you ain't you feel me? Like, knock it off.
Just not around the MHA community as much. I'm not even sure whether this climax is a cut above the first ones. Both are equally good, but at least this movie gave us the awesome team up between Midoriya and Bakugo. It's such a well done scene, them fighting against Nine, with a lot of hype moments, culminating, of course, in Bakugo getting a taste of something he'd always wanted.
Yeah, that's one of the main reasons I gotta see. There's so much stuff I gotta see, man. It's just carving out time for it, bro.
One for all. The fight against Nine is standard superhero, superpower action, but the finality of it all, Bakugo's character arc somehow finding a sort of conclusion in this movie, that's what makes this one so good. Of course, they had to revert to the status quo in the end because it's what an anime movie does. But damn, that was such a sweet scene. The presentation, including the animation, the music, and the voice acting, it was all just on point. This is probably one of the best fights in the franchise, including the TV series. We proceed now with Bleach.
Oh, yeah, Bleach versus Urikura, whatever. Yeah, demon time. Both of them, but I'm not gonna lie. Urikura was, if I was pronouncing his name right, he was beating the dog shit out of Ichigo when they first, like, Ichigo thought he was about to try some, it didn't matter, and then that dude let off that basically a run car bankai shit. That it's a rap, bro.
Which is Ichigo
like,
versus
this was another one of them plot things. This was another one plot, like they wasn't getting rid of him without plot.
Ulquiorra. If you were to ask me what my favourite fight in the whole Arrancar arc was, it's gotta be this one. There are lots of contenders,
yeah,
sure,
facts.
but could they...
That, like, the fight with Ichigo and Aizen, it was dope, but like this right here, bro, this right here, damn.
compared to the build-up and the roller coaster of emotions that this fight took Bleach fans through? I don't think so. Things started out even, and everyone's pretty hyped to see Ichigo and Ulquiorra.
Wait, what'd he say right there? Hold on.
I don't think so. Things started out even.
Things started out what? Why are you lying to your audience? I ain't gonna let you lie to me. What you mean things started out even? Urik whatever was mopping the floor with the remnants of Ichigo. I'm sorry, bro. Without the plot, Ichigo, the anime ended. Main character would have been dead. Anime ended without the plot kicking in. Sorry, there was no even at first. Get out of here.
of emotions that this fight took Bleach fans through?
Oh
I
my
don't
god.
think so. Things started out even, and everyone's pretty hyped to see Ichigo and Ulquiorra fight as equals this time. Then it takes.
There was no equal. Here's the thing. It was never equal. It was either Ichigo 0, Urikura at 100, or when Ichigo transformed, it's Urikura whatever at 0, Ichigo at 100. There was no even ground, you know what I'm saying? Like when they were in their first original forms, I guess, like, well, his Bankai and Urikura's original form, I guess there was some mix up there, a little bit, but like after that, bro, it was raps for either one side or the other. There was no competition after that. It was either one was completely dominating or that was it. Like,
it's a whole turn for the worse. On and on it goes, drowning even Ichigo and Orihime down the pits of despair, only for hope to come in Ichigo's revival and new form. But something just doesn't feel quite right here.
that's what you call hope? That's what you call hope?
You get what I mean? It follows the usual hyped fight formula, but this is the one fight where the ray of hope that comes in the form of a new protagonist form feels a little bit wrong somehow. Thanks to Ichigo's monstrous new form. I wouldn't be surprised if someone comes into the end of the fight blind and thinks that Ichigo's the villain in this fight between two demonic beings with how ruthless he's become.
Facts.
And when Ulquiorra does bite the...
Because, you know, his homie, the guy with the blue arrows, I forget his name, but yeah, he got stabbed because he thought he was about to say something to Ichigo Hollow. He was like, boy, if you don't get the fuck up out of here.
Just right as he looks like he's about to start a redemption arc, we're left feeling hollow. No pun intended. Gogeta versus Broly.
Oh yeah, good shit. You know, if there was no Dragon Ball fights in this, I would have understood just because it's Dragon Ball. But like, yes, if you gonna pick one, right here. Like the animation, the rock, all of it, bro.
The hype.
If you're this far in the video and you're not subscribed, what the fuck?
And the eventual collision all made the first Broly.
And it was like the fact that like after Gogeta came in and started mopping Broly, it's like you knew. That's what I liked about this. You didn't really think, with all the reserves and different things that they had for Broly, I never actually thought Broly was gonna win, and then they kind of dived into that fact that Broly really wasn't gonna win, and it was about he was gonna die if he kept going, but you had this soft spot for him because you knew this Broly wasn't like the original version. He didn't want to do this. This is kind of how he was manipulated, and then once he turned it on, he couldn't turn it off. You know what I'm saying? So on the Gogeta side, it was like you gotta kill him because there was no other way, and then on their side, it's like, no, don't kill him. He's actually a teddy bear. Like, you know what I'm saying? But the fight was crazy. The fight was crazy.
About this fight.
This motherfucker whopped Frieza.
Sheer excitement, the hype, and the eventual collision all made the first Broly movie one of the favorite pieces of Dragon Ball media. It was something special, and it was also him like coming back. How he'd always get his ass like when the Gogeta should start, he'd get rocked and come back, come back. Like there was still no stop in Broly, when we
bro.
First saw it. Decades
Berserk
later,
all day.
Gogeta and Broly take on each other again, and they haven't lost a step in 2018. What more can I say about this fight besides the fact that it's one of those fights heavily carried by the hype and the context? There's not a lot of derivatives of the word awesome that you can use to describe this collision of titans, and
They
the new
broke
powers from
reality,
Super up
bro.
the power scaling even more compared to the two first runs at it. If anything, it showcases Broly's power to the point that Gogeta had to go blue to win, decisively at that. Overall, it's an awesome fight that both long-time and returning Dragon Ball fans have got to see. Superpower.
Oh, yeah!
How about Yuji and Todo versus Hanami next?
That rip-off Getsuga Tensho shit. Go ahead, boy. I'm gonna say it every time I see it. I'm not gonna lie.
The first real test for a newly formed bond, the stakes being as high as they can towards the climax of the fight. There's a lot of things that make this fight so much hype. Then it more than lived up to it thanks to fight choreography that's out of this world. Each phase of the battle was masterfully presented, and it felt awesome to see Yuji and Todo put that fresh chemistry into work.
And you gotta just, within Jujutsu Kaisen period, like the animation for the fights, and they have like, when they up or they keep the quality up with these shits, bro, it's like you watching whole little movies, bro. Like with Demon Slayer, ooh, he better have some Demon Slayer in this bitch. Like Demon Slayer, like I don't know, like yeah, freaking them versus the brother and sister, bro. Or even Rengoku versus Akaza, bro. Come on now, you can't leave him out. We gonna see how far I keep going, but come on now.
As they team up to take on what's the toughest enemy they've faced so far. Their techniques meshing proved to be a match for Hanami.
Look at that fake ass Getsuga Tenshu shit, bro.
And for most of the duration of the fight, it seems that things could go either way. However, there's one factor that turns the tides. A factor that the characters may not have remembered thanks to the heat of the battle. The one and only Gojo. Our favorite mentor makes an appearance towards the end, joining the fight in the only way he can.
It's like Gojo is like, as far as like I don't know Jujutsu Kaisen like that. I haven't read the manga, but I feel like once Sukuna gets all of his fingers or whatever, I feel like that's gonna be the moment you see Gojo falter, and that's gonna let you know exactly how strong Sukuna is. I'm not sure, but we're gonna see.
Revealing a new astonishing technique that easily defeats Hanami. I feel that a lot of people don't remember this as much as the first domain training session moment, but Hollow Purple easily ranks as one of Gojo's best moments. If I were to pick a battle in the Fate series, I think that Shiro and Ryder versus Saber Alter take.
I like the. I've only seen, I believe, like the first season where they all fight initially, but I know there's more. I just haven't seen it.
It's the K.
Yeah, I haven't seen her in that uniform. Usually her shit is blue and some other stuff. I want to watch more of this too, because it's crazy. This is crazy. Look at that animation. Yeah, I gotta watch this one.
Shiro versus Gil was one of the most satisfying final fights in anime that I've ever watched, especially coming off Fate Zero. Meanwhile, the fight versus
that's the only thing I've seen. It was Fate Zero. That's all I've seen.
With Last Stardust served as Shiro's coronation and still gives me goosebumps thinking about it. However, we're here talking about superpowered fights, and there's no better representation of the flash and fireworks of the mainline Fate series than the one in the final Heaven's Feel movie. This is nothing short of what we'd expect from Ufotable Fate.
So much shit I gotta watch, man.
Epic post-production effects, a lot of flashes, and quick, frantic action that our mortal eyes struggle to follow. All of these combine to elevate a battle to the next level, to drive home the point of how cataclysmic everything is. It's something we won't last a second in, and the presentation more than sends that message home. At the end of it all, this battle didn't even end up being the true final fight of the movie. I do think it's fitting, however. While the previous two routes showcase a lot more fights, Heaven's Feel is just a more muted and profound experience. It's not the fights that grip us in this series of movies, but the more philosophical questions that they throw at us. Lastly, what better way to top it all?
Lastly? No Demon Slayer? I mean, like, yeah, no, they got powers in that. No Demon Slayer. Okay, hey, personal preferences. But if I was making this list, I don't know exactly where on the list it would have been, but either Rengoku versus Akaza or fuck, what's his name? Y'all know the flashy one. It was Uzuri. I don't know, but Tengen. Sorry, yeah, Tengen, Tanjiro, and the other two versus the brother and sister Gyotaro and his sister. Like that would have. That'd have had to make the list for me, man. That'd have had to make the list for me.
Off, then with Naruto versus Sasuke.
But yeah, no, this definitely belongs on this list. This definitely still belongs on this list.
The most legendary fight in all of anime? I mean, it's not exactly something that even I would boldly proclaim, especially with the number of amazing fights we've covered so far. Seriously, something like the fight right before this could have beat it in terms of fireworks, but in terms of choreography, we also have a couple of ones who could make a case too, like the Jujutsu Kaisen one. Hey, even with Naruto, there are contenders too. However, what
you just will not say Demon Slayer, will you?
Naruto versus Sasuke has compared to them all is the build-up. This
is
facts. The fight that's literally over a decade in the making.
You know what? He right. The build-up to that final fight and also coming back to the area where they originally fought, the setup, all of it, everything coming together in that moment, they did that. I'm sorry, they did that.
The fight to end all fights in Naruto. Everyone knew it was going to happen, but the whole thing surrounding it, the storyline, the fighters peaking just at the right time, and the stakes, it makes it one fight that Naruto fans deserve. And all the two needed to do was to put on a show and make the decade-long wait worth it. And they sure did. A long-standing rivalry that stood the test of world-ending threats finally concluded in an intense battle of powers and ideals, and it ended in the best possible way. A tactical draw on the physical side of things, but a clear victor in the battle of ideals. The right person...
Naruto stayed conscious. That was it. Sasuke was knocked out. Naruto stayed conscious. So Naruto could have easily just like, just real quick while I'm laying here. You know what I'm saying? But let's go.
And it's such a great conclusion to a legendary series. And that concludes my list. I was thinking of ranking them at first, but I decided against it because how can we really rank these equally amazing fights? They all have their own cases to be the best fights in their own ways, and I think it's better if I just let you rank them yourself. Say, how would you do it then? Do you have a fight that you want to add to the list? I'd love to hear from your thoughts on the comment section.
Yeah, bro. You got the Demon Slayer, bro. The Demon Slayer. You gotta put the Demon Slayer in there, bro.
All the links are in the description box to give you easier access. And don't forget to check out Opera G.
Alright, yo, that was dope. We watched dope shit here. Definitely had some bangers in there between the animes I've seen and haven't. Let me know what I need to catch up on and what I probably need to get into or watch more of. Because like I said, I haven't seen the My Hero Academia movies. I've only seen Fate Zero. I haven't seen the rest of that. I've only seen the first season of Mob Psycho. Gotta check out the second season. I'm probably just not gonna get into One Piece. I'm just gonna keep it a beam with you. But yo, man, yeah, definitely a good list. Just gotta have that Demon Slayer in there. But nah, good shit, man. This was dope. That's a take on it. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, follow me on all that there social media, and I'll catch y'all next, fam. Peace.